welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix. Marcus Adley is on pole position. Ultra alongside, we've got Blaine Dragonsonic, Jensen Olsen, Dave Turkiera, Vinayak, Rabo, Lamfall, and Sebastian Capo. George Bennett around the top 10. For the bottom 11 drivers, we've got Carlson Romano, Verse Theo, Tom Leon, UK Wall, David Castro, Ahmed Silla, Taco Van Horn, Livery, Thierry Headley, Karasaro, and finally Matthew Hardnett and Bogusarov. So welcome everyone to the Hungarian Grand Prix. 5 red lights at the start of the race. It's lights out and away we go. And of course Adelaide's going to get a better start on Ultra because he's on the soft tyres. Ultra's on the mediums. He might have a little look at the turbo, but he can't get ahead yet. Of course, the mediums don't give him the grip, so he couldn't find that room. Later on, started keeping P3. It's a good start for him. Jensen also right behind though, will be looking to put the pressure on the Dragon. Already going for the move. A lot more traction on the exit there, and he's up into third. He's got to now defend it down the inside. Later on, starting on the outside. He's found some pretty good grip for being where he is. Ultra takes the lead in this race. Meanwhile, the battle for third still continuing, and Blade Sonic keeps it. He is in third position. Ultra somehow finding the pace on mediums early on. He moves up into first position, and it's now his job to try and defend this. Of course, Sergio now championship leader. He's down in 6th place, as he's got to get a move on. He needs to get ahead of Vinayak as soon as humanly possible, but he's being backed down into Ravo, which is not going to do him anything good. So that's just not looking good for him at the moment. What can Adelaide do? He is right behind. He's got DRS heading into the third corner. Actually, I don't know if that's second or third corner. I don't know, but yeah, heading in that corner, he had DRS, but it wasn't enough to make a move. As yes, Sarakera has been dropped by Ravo. And oh, Sarakera coming out of nowhere. That actually that was Benedetto on Ocampo. Never mind. Benedetto moving up into 8th place. He's on the soft tyres. He moves ahead. And it's 2 places at once. But oh, he can't secure the place on Ravo. But that was an incredible send. A 1 that was well needed. He's ahead of his teammate. Sergio won't like that. Benedetto will be happy though. Without a doubt. Mercedes are just not in a good set of positions at the moment. 7th and 8th they can't be having. Here's my John Solly. He's on the inside. He takes 2nd place. Onto the 3rd lap. He takes the lead. And he takes the fast lap as well. The Dragon moves up into 1st. No ERS or DRS being used at the moment. But he has took the lead. But the 3rd race leader today now. Can't believe I've had 3 different race leaders in 3 laps. Wow. So he's fast in the 1st sector. He's had an incredible start to this lap. Meanwhile, further back, Lamfong will be trying to get ahead of Sebastian Capo. Tom Leon falling away from the top guys. And there we go, Lamfong sent it on Capo to take 9th place. The Red Bull having better grip on the exit. He retakes the position. Fong down into 10th. And you came all down to 17th, which is what I've just noticed. He's doing the best of the hard tire runners, which is him and Van Horn. Van Horn falling away from the Briton. The Briton keeping just on the back of the Aston Martin of Thierry Headley. But here we go on to the back straight. Ultra's got DRS. However, he is quite a way back. Can his medium tyres pull him ahead of the Dragon? No, not yet. DRS enabled once again. As on the run down to the next corner, but the straight is just too short to make a move. Ravo down in 6th position is just there, not really fighting, but I do imagine people are getting held up by Ravo and Vinayak because they're falling away from the top 4. Meanwhile, there are soft runners like De Benedetto and Ocampo who are just stuck in non-stop battles. And yeah, we've just got a bit of a train forming up here. Meanwhile, David Castro, best of the Haas cars at the moment. He came all right behind Livery. This is a good chance to try and move up into 16th. However, this is Monaco without the barriers and it's been done by many people. So overtaking is going to be a bit difficult. Obviously easier than Monaco, but still difficult. And it also looks like McLaren's starting to spread out a lot more compared to the top two. That's not a good sign for them because they can't be falling off pace with like their tires, because ultra road tires are going to be better than the soft tires now. Mediums are probably better than softs right now, and this is showing ultra now trying to pressurize Blade Sonic, trying to go for a move, but he's got a warning there for track limits, as you can very clearly see him going straight off the track. Matthew Hart has got a puncture on the rear left. I don't know where this came from, but the Sauber tumbling down the grid. I think that instant must have been pretty bad then. Bonsar, of course, slow because his car's underpowered, and yep, it's confirmed the McLarens have completely fell away now. Adelaide and Olsen, they'll be locked in their own battle. Vinayak's now up in the fight for the podium places, because he's now right on the back of them. Now this was Ultra's best chance to take the lead, but Blade Sonic pits. Ultra does get that free speed because of DRS. And Blade Sonic making the call for hard tyres. So, maybe a bit of data being collected from Dragon, because Ukemo, he's on the hard himself. So maybe they're using him to test, who knows. There is the Nigerian driver coming out of the pits from the lead, now down to 18th. Can he make these next laps be very quick ones? Because he's got to do that to make the undercut work. Adelaide finally closing in on Ultra, but you see he's struggling in the low speed corners with traction on the exit. That ultimately is going to allow Ultra to pull away and expand his lead that he's already got. Now Ravo in 5th, Tibet down in 6th. How long is he going to hold on to that place? Because he's very much holding up his teammate here. That is very clear. So obviously he's going to try and swap positions down on the straight, or they're just going to pit to Bandetto, which could be the easier option. And yep, they're going for the easier one. Bandetto into the pit lane. Ravo and Olsen also in. Ravo getting rid of the mediums already. So Olsen moving on to softs, Bandetto onto hards, and Ravo onto softs as well. I don't know what is going on, but he's been held up. Oh, Cabo moving on to hards. There is chaos in the pit lane here. Wow, okay. So now Blade Sonic, he's up at 9th. He's jumped them people behind him. That is good for him. He's coming up to his teammate very soon. So, what's he going to do about that? Also, Matthew Hart. He's a lapped car already, so he's also going to be getting in the way of these people. And as you can see now, Adelaide's tires completely fell off. It looks like he's going to end up doing 7 laps on them, and then he's just going to come straight into the pit lane, because them tires have got no life in them. And now he's under serious threat from Vinayak in the Renault. That blue Renault right on the back of the orange McLaren. As they head round the final corner, Adelaide comes in the pits, Vinayak comes in the pits as well. Ultra staying out again, so it looks like he could be going on softs to the end if he can extend the tyre life long enough. You know, Hungary's always been a pretty interesting race for like strategies and stuff. I've seen Blade Sonic stuck in a big fight down the start-finish straight. Ahmed Silla trying to fight Ukemo. These two are fighting for legitimate positions. Well, not legitimate positions, but them two were very close to each other beforehand. Blade Sonic trying to go around the outside of Ahmed Silla, moving up in 4th. 3rd is right in front of him. Ukemo moving to the outside line. Olsen's got a penalty for causing a collision. That's not going to do him any good at all. Rainbow fast in the first sector. Blade Sonic still fighting his teammate. They don't need to be fighting. Ukemo got a penalty for causing a collision. Yep, them two definitely made contact throughout the chicane. Wow. Okay. Tom Leon track limit warning there. But what happened with Olsen? Like, we've got no information, but what we do know is he hasn't made contact. He's been penalised. Same thing for Ukemo there. As we're on the 9th lap from 17, into the pits comes Lam Fong. 0 Headley, 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. Now for Ultra to do softs to the end, all he needs to do is to stay out for this lap plus next lap. However, Blade Sonic is closing down that gap. Now, yeah, that's where the issue comes in for Ultra. He's going to end up losing quite a bit of time here. His heart's gone. As Davies Arquero on fresh softs moves up into 9th, he's going to try approaching his teammate. As you can see, that Mercedes really quick. Vettel will probably fall to Sergio soon. Now, Sergio's got to get a move on because as it stands, he will lose the lead of the Drivers' Championship. And you can't be having that in a season where Ultra's had many inconsistencies. It's gifted Sergio the championship lead, and there we go, into the pits comes Ultra. Yeah, Sergio has a really good chance this season, and it's going in the mid mode. Revo, don't discount him from this battle. He gets DRS. He's got a good chance here to try and take first. Not now, but possibly a little bit later. Ultra coming out of the pits, and he's going to be behind both Mercedes drivers. And there we go, he is in 9th position. That is where he lies after pit stop. Now Rainbow right on the back of Blade Dragonic. He is just going to be there and put the pressure on. Maybe even go for a move, who knows? We're on board with the Ferrari as they may look to send it on the Dragon. But yeah, as you can see, Rainbow not getting the traction that he needs. Now Ultra has gotten in 7.9 second disadvantage. That's how much he needs to close up to Blade Sonic in these final 8 laps of the Grand Prix. Now, knowing the way how tyres work, that is most certainly possible. Has the Ferrari got the right strategy? You came on not defending for long, as there we go, the Ferrari is let through by the Briton. So yep, now heading into the final 7 laps. Revo with the best chance he's had this race. His tyres are now suffering wear, you can very much see that. But the Ferrari still can't move ahead into first. He is starting to struggle on that tyre, but he is so close to trying to take the lead of this race. He has worked so hard this season as a whole. Also, might have to consider letting Adelaide by because that penalty is not going to do anything good for him. As there we go, Adelaide down the inside. There we go. The swap has happened, and it's happened at a chicane of all places. I don't know if that was planned though, because Olsen still seems to be fighting this one, and he's got the outside line. He holds 3rd. There's no point in trying to hold this position. It's just going to cost McLaren valuable points. But I guess that teamwork just isn't a thing at the moment. The RS checkpoint has been hit for Revo, but he comes in. He's into the pit lane. He's going to have to do these final 6 laps on a fresh set of tyres. Olsen in the service penalty. He's going on mediums. Revo opting for softs instead. Okay, this strategy is weird. It's possible, but weird. Ultra now in 6th. He's got 6 seconds to make up now. The 2 Mercedes still locked into battle. The man down the inside. He overtakes Sergio. He's already sick of Mercedes. We've seen that before. And yep, he can tell. Well, we can see here, team orders not a thing down there at the Silver Arrows, who aren't so silver this season. There we go, Ultra down the inside of Develdo, trying to take 4th place. He gets it. He is approaching these drivers at an extremely fast rate. I don't know how he's doing this, but he is. As now Adelaide will be his next target down the inside of the McLaren. 5-second penalty for causing a collision. And that there could be a race changer. That could change the entire outcome of the Grand Prix. As into the pits comes Vinayak. Adelaide's gifted 2nd here. But Ultra, he's got more speed. That Ferrari is rapid. And down the inside into turn 1. Ultra is up in 2nd place. No DRS. But he has got the gap from turn 1. And he is now through into 2nd place. He's got a lot of work here to try and catch Blade Sonic and take a 5-second lead. Revo at P11, well P10 now, could possibly try and get P9 here. As he goes round the outside possibly of Eduardo. Eduardo not going to fight this one that much. Revo takes 9th position and can now try and fight for some higher points. But yeah, Mercedes battling, that's not going to go down well in the garage tonight, I don't think. Meanwhile, the lead is continuing to shrink. It is shrinking as these laps go by. As, yep, the track is at its best condition. Well, the track keeps improving condition. So that's why Ultra is really powerful on his tyre. And Sergio coming in the pits. He's coming in for the medium tyres. Not happy with the way the softs are very clearly. Meanwhile, Revo in that Ferrari is going to get up into 8th there. As Sergio is going to leave the pits in a pretty bad position, if you ask me. As Sergio is in 10th, but he's probably going to lose more here. Jensen Olsen, despite having the 5-second time penalty, goes for the move in turn 1 and is up into 10th. 2 laps and he's already made up that 5 seconds that he had lost before. Incredible pace for the McLaren. As Van Horn, you came all in for the pits for the first time, became all in for softs, Van Horn in for mediums. As there we go, there's a chance that Matthew Hart can just try to lap himself and we might have to just give that straight back to the UK ball. It looks like he will then. Ultra is up into the lead of this race. Blade outside with DRS. As we head into the final 3 laps, goes down the inside to take that position back. Ultra has DRS this time. Heading into the 3rd corner, and there we go. He's back up into the lead this race. 3 laps now for Ultra to make a 5-second lead. Can he do it? Well, first of all, he needs to try and clear the Dragon. And after that, he's got to then pull out the 5 seconds and avoid back markers, which is going to be a bit of a difficult task there. I think that's Matthew Hart. No, it's not. That's Akari Sato, actually. Letting him by. Blade Sonic is stuck, though. The Nigerian's stuck there. And that is a lot of time lost. That is crucial time as well. The Salvas causing many issues in this pack. Mark Sadley now with a good chance here to take 2nd place. This could be the lead the race by the end of the race. Who knows? This race is going to end in a crazy way, I can tell you that. It's going to be close. As Ultra now leader onto the final 2 laps of this race. Blade Sonic is stuck behind Eduardo now, I think. No, that's Bogdasarov. The Dragon's race is crumbling right in front of your very eyes there. Mark Sadley is up into 2nd place. And it's only 2 seconds off the lead. He's got to hold this. If he can hold it, it will be amazing. As Sergio, he moves up into 10th. He doesn't care now, he's just pushing. He's got to make up as many places as he can. Damage limitation. But I think nonetheless it's going to be a disaster for him in this World Championship. He is going to lose so many points versus Ultra. As it stands, he'll be losing quite a lot. Now, Devenda was within 5 seconds of Ultra there momentarily. Now, Blade Sonic has still got a chance of P2 in this race. However, even that hope is falling away. His podium chances could also be falling away. As Dominic Devenda right on the back of Blade Sonic, DRS enabled. As it's now the final lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. The Mercedes trying to attack the Dragon. It's going to be an inside move for Devenda, who takes it. He's up into 3rd. As now, Blade Sonic, his chances are running out of the podium. He can't get ahead. There's no more overtaking zones on this track, really. So now for them two, they've got to try and catch Ultra, but that's going to be a difficult task in itself. So this here is just a genuine battle for the podium by the looks of things. Rainbow fastest in the 1st sector. He's up into 5th as he moves ahead of Ocampo. And for Ultra, it looks like it's not going to be the win. There's no more lapped cars that can hold people traffic. And there we go. I think this is going to mark the end of this race. It's not going to be the win for Ultra. For Adelaide, it will be. Round the final corner, on track, Ultra will take the win. But in reality, Mark Adelaide picks up another win in the season. That is amazing to his title fight. Deventa gets 3rd. Blade Sonic missed out on the podium there. Rainbow 5th after an excellent final stint. 6 laps on them softs. Wow. Vinayak and Lamfong 7th. Sarah Kiera sets the fast lap in the race for 1 minute 2.166. Tom Leon 11th, also rounded off the points there. And Versio 12th there. Akari, Boxar and Hart all 1 lap down. And Mono taking 13th on the line. Damien Castro up in the 15th. UK Ball not getting much in all this race. Gained 1 place there. He's now in 16th position. He's got the chance of a fast lap, but let's just see what happens. And he crosses the line, nothing there. Livery in 17th from Van Horn and Headley. Now Matthew Hart still needs to cross the line. He is a lap car himself, so yeah. Looks like Ultra will finish 2nd in the end of that race. Only Adelaide gained from the penalty of Ultraman. So that was a very costly penalty in the end of it all. So Mark Sadler, your winner today. Brazil back on top, but not with the same driver this time. Instead it's Adelaide. He's now putting up a really good fight in this World Championship. He is seriously in contention. Ferrari with Ultra gets 2nd, however they're going to have a bit of a salty taste after that. Of course, that penalty ruined everything for Ultra. No win for him. Instead went to a championship rival. Dominic Vendero, he gets 3rd. A lot of bad luck this season, but he's finally clinched a podium. Absolutely fantastic for the American driver. And for that, we're done. Let's listen to the Brazilian national anthem. So Adelaide, you win safe from Ultra Tornado, there's Plinter, Sonic, Ramos, Sebastian Campo, Vinayak, Lamfong, Dixon Kiera, Jensen Olsen, Tom Leon, Versio, Eduardo, Stiller, Castro, UK Ball, Livery, Van Horn, Headley, Sato, Bogdasarov, and Matthew Hart. And so with that, we are done in Hungary. Well, that marked the start of the second half of the season. What a first race for the second half it was. Can't wait to see you next time when F1 Classic returns for round 11. Goodbye.